Bom dia, boa tarde ou boa noite. Hoje temos Helen, tem 29 anos e adora falar e experienciar a espiritualidade. A sua jornada de chama gêmea levou ao tarot e está muito grata por estar neste caminho de autoconhecimento. Pois a jornada de chamas gêmeas, que no início ilude romance, mas é apenas o início do despertar da consciência espiritual. Os seus dons despertaram depois de passar por um divórcio muito difícil, problemas de saúde, ambientes tóxicos e desgostos amorosos. Espera poder melhorar a vida das pessoas, partilhando o que passou e oferecendo orientação espiritual. Gostem, partilhem e subscrevam o canal Sinergias Holísticas, onde a espiritualidade é de todos nós.
Recording is on.
Okay, so good afternoon, Helena. Thank you so much for being here in our channel.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Helena, as usual, this is a spiritual channel with many different spiritual paths. Can you tell us a little bit of your story?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
So my story started back then when I had a lot of health struggles because I struggled with a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. And when I started to get better, that opened up a whole portal for me and my intuition kicked in. So I had to heal a lot of that stuff. And I actually came across a very powerful book, and that book helped me, so to say, heal. And that's how I started my whole spiritual journey. That's how I awakened to the fact that there is more and there are angels and stuff like that. That's how it started. So it's actually something for me that was because of my health, because I had a lot of health issues. That's how I really started to open up more to spirituality. And the thing is that I was married, and I was in a very draining and toxic marriage. And because I broke free from a lot of health issues, I could also broke free from an unhealthy relationship, and that kicked off my whole spiritual journey and put me into the direction that I'm going now. That's basically what happened, but there was a lot in between, of course, but that's basically how I started this whole thing.
Okay, so can you tell us about your book? It was not A Course in Miracles, no? Do you know?
No, it's no, it's about health stuff. It's from Medical Medium, or Anthony William is his name, and he has put out a lot of books about health. They're very how do I say it? It's a very unique information that has to do it's more about detoxing the body, but it's so special and it's really different from anything out there. And that's how I could get rid of my anxiety, because I had really hardcore anxiety and I couldn't sleep. I had a lot of nightmares. It was terrible. And when I got those books from Medical Medium, I really explored what the real cause is of my health struggles. And when I was able to heal that, I could break free from a lot of stuff that was not healthy, because I couldn't break free from things that were just not meant for me, for my journey. But when I was improving my health, I was actually starting to really be strong and be a stronger person spiritually. And he also talks about in his books about angels, and those angels helped me a lot. And that's how I became a tarot reader on YouTube's a small channel right now, but still that's how I became to be this person, and because of my angels, and they helped me with so much stuff. So that's basically
you talk about angels. I have a girlfriend, a friend of mine who is a girl also. She talks about angels too. She called them my guardian angels. Do you have some kind of guardian angels too?
No, these are different kind of angels. These are very special angels that there are, for example, there is the angel of healing. There is the angel of light. They have all different names.
Okay.
And I specifically pray to the unknown angels because there are 144,000 unknown angels that don't have a name, but I
Okay.
talk to them every day, and they are for me like best friends, and they help me out with stuff when I don't know which directions to go, or when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel powerless. I pray to them, and they help me to find the right path and to find solutions. And that's really, I pray to them every single day. They're like best friends. I talk to them like I would talk to a friend, with
Okay.
my problems and all of that stuff. And they help me with, when a tech is not working, and they give me ideas and answers and solutions and stuff like that.
Perfect. So there are 144,000 angels?
Yes, those are the unknown angels.
Unknown
They're
angels.
unknown.
Unnamed. They
That's
have no
their
name.
name.
They have no
Yes.
name. They have no name.
Yes, their name is the unknown angels, and because they don't have a name, each of them doesn't have a name, so that's why they are the unknown angels.
Okay.
But they usually travel in groups of 3 angels. They can travel to you,
Hmm?
but they usually travel in groups of 3 angels. And for example, you can pray to them at night when you're feeling not good, and pray to them that they will sit on your bed, just helping you if you're going through a hard time, if you're having any kind of struggle, even health wise. If you're having pain, they will come to you and sit down next to your bedside and just be with you. And it's also when you pray to them and you close your eyes, you can tell that they are here when you see a small blue light.
A small,
And
you
that's,
see that small
yes,
blue light?
yes, I talk to them a lot. So when I talk to them at night, I see sometimes when I close my eyes, a blue dot, and that's
Okay.
an
Okay.
indication. I can't really explain. It's kind of like a little small spark,
Okay.
but it's blue. And they guide me, and sometimes they gave me information about what my next step is. And I wasn't sure, you always have to find out if the information is coming from spirit, right? If it's a good kind of, if it's coming from a higher source. And sometimes I just see blue sparks of light when they're giving me something really important,
Okay.
that I need to do, my next step or something like that.
Okay. Perfect. So you read about these angels in the book? In
Yes.
the book, sorry, is tell us a little bit. The book, it's the book called
Is the book, so there are, I think it's 8 different books, and it's about health, a lot about health, but there is a lot about spiritual stuff in there too,
Okay.
because it has also a spiritual side, and apple has a spiritual side, because apples, they do help us with specific things, but they also have the spiritual lessons of them. When you eat an apple, it's kind of like you're getting a little bit protected the cold hearted, because they apples grow at a time in autumn when it's getting cold, right? So each food has its own spiritual lesson to it. And the author, medical medium is the author, that's his name. He talks about that a lot too. So it's not only about health, it's kind of like health and spirituality combined.
Okay. You call it medical medium. Okay. Medium is
Yes,
like
medical
channeling.
medium.
Channeling. Yes. Okay. Now I understand.
It's
Now I
it's
understand.
not it's not like channeling. He's not channeling the information. It's more of like, it's very unique because he hears a voice
Okay.
outside of him.
Hmm.
So he's not getting the downloads. He's saying that in his right ear
Okay.
he's getting this voice, and the voice is coming from spirit of compassion. And spirit of compassion is like God's right hand, the right hand of God, so to say. So that's that's the spirit that's talking to him in words, in spoken words, and
Okay.
telling him that. And he puts that in all of those 8 books. I think it's 8. He got, I think, huge. Sometimes a book is 600 pages, really
You.
huge books,
Mhm.
and a lot of people had their life saved because of those books. And yeah, I wouldn't also be here because I would never be able to make all of that happen and be so strong, because my body was way too weak to do all of that.
Okay. Okay. So you have got any profound depression? You know what is a depression? psychical depression. Do you have one?
Of course,
Mhm.
I had a lot of issues, a lot of health issues my whole life, starting as a teenager. I had so many different ones, mental, physically, and this information helped me. I could not sit here. This information helped me to really go on my spiritual path and do what I want with my life and get out there, have the confidence, have the perseverance, and all of that. I could not do all of this otherwise.
Okay, but these kind of angels, they are related with Christianity or no?
So medical medium talks a lot about Christianity, but it's more of like the point of every religion is valid, and there is
Okay,
no right and wrong. For some it's God, for some it's the universe, for some it's spirit. It could be it's different for everybody, but they're not related to Christianity. They're
okay,
not
okay, okay.
specifically related. They're
Hmm.
just overall existing here on the planet, helping people, but not enough people pray to the angels. And that's what is sad, because there are a lot of angels that could help, but there are no people. The people don't pray to angels, and they don't have the information. And it's really important, if you pray to those angels, that you pray out loud. That's really important, because it's taking too long for them to go through all the thoughts and stuff like that. They can't go through all the thoughts, and it's really important that you pray out loud. Yeah.
So they are some kind of procedures, some kind of lessons, training lessons you have to do every day for the angels? No?
Um, I so it's not like they tell me what to do. It's more of like, I want to create my life, manifest my life, and
Okay.
they help me on the way manifest what I want. And there is free will, but it's more of like, I always want to make sure that I'm working for God, that I'm working for the light, and I do things that are, in alignment with working for God, and not, the opposite, which can be, belief systems can be totally different and stuff like that. But it's really important that you follow your heart. And it's really important, it's powerful to wake up daily and say to yourself, okay, I work for God, I work for the light. And
Hmm.
that could be very powerful on its own. So
So you have to feel your heart because sometimes you know what is spiritual ego. Sometimes a person thinks he is illuminated, but it is not. It's just their ego thinks they are illuminated.
yes,
You know what it is? Spiritual ego.
of
Uh,
course, of
so,
course.
how you know you are not in your ego and you are in your true heart? How you know that? Can you explain?
That's important too, because the angels will guide you towards you what you can do. It's kind of like they're offering you a way to do it. You have to decide what's best for you. It's not like they're helping you with everything. These angels are holy angels. If you have something, an ill intention towards something or somebody, they will not help you. They will only, because they read your heart. They read what is in your heart. They don't read your thoughts, but they read your heart. They can easily read your heart. And sometimes we want things and they will not give it to us, because they work for God. Those are holy angels, and they would not help somebody with ill intentions and stuff like that. But an ego is something we all have to understand. There is something that is called free will, and we all have to decide what is best. But it's really important to check in with spirit. And yeah, I feel like if you truly work for the light, you are supported more. But also, if you truly work for the light, it's also sometimes hard, because in my experience, darkness and dark energy and stuff like that does exist. And the more you act out of your heart space, the more challenges sometimes you can receive, because darkness is trying to stop the light, of course. There is this battle, the spiritual war between darkness and light. And it's really important to see through the veil, through the veil, and not just, with our belief system, think this is bad, this person is bad, or this person is good, to really see right through it, and understand that people that are acting from their heart space sometimes are the people that are experiencing the most challenges, are experiencing the most difficulties, because yeah, when something is really pure, there is darkness that wants to stop it, so to say.
So it is very interesting. Why, when such nice people from the heart are suffering so hard? Yes, it's very
Yes.
difficult to understand that. Yes.
Yes, it's difficult to see, to know, to have that information, to understand what is the reality, because the reality is we are living in a time where we have a spiritual war going on, the light and the dark, and it's something we all struggle. It can be thoughts on a thought level personally every day, that we have challenges to get, through those challenges, and not give in to, so to say, demonic forces that wants us to feel bad about ourselves, to feel ashamed, all of those things that come from darkness, because it's not true. Our feelings are valid, our feelings are very important, and nobody should be ashamed for, what they're going through, how they're feeling, and stuff like that.
Okay. So how you start in your process and journey to start reading tarot? Why tarot? Why not
Yeah,
astrology?
so yeah, so I I quit my job, and I had no idea back then what I was going to do. And it was in, I think 2024 was it, when I quit my job, or 2023. I can't tell him anymore of the years, but and that's how I knew the angels gave me the okay. I was in this job, and I was having, it was just really hard on my body, and I needed much more rest and stuff like that. And yeah, the environment was just toxic, and I needed to break out of that. And the angels kind of gave me the go. I prayed for a year that I need a change. I need a change. And I prayed for 1 year to those angels. And then suddenly they gave me the go and said, yes, now you can quit. I don't know what's the reason. Sometimes we don't understand why God is working in specific ways. We don't always understand the timing. But then they gave me the go um, to say, okay, let's do it. Quit your job and go on this journey, what you want to do with your life, your purpose work. And that's when I started a manifestation course. And I did all of the it's so much work. Manifestation and manifesting your dream life or your purpose is so much work. You have to go through so much shadow work. You have to go through so much negative beliefs of not feeling good enough, feeling not confident. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. It's really individual to any person, to every person. But it's a lot of work to do that. And that whole thing, somehow I got sucked into tarot. I got somehow sucked into tarot because also I was dating one guy, and tarot, love tarot readings. That's how I started learning about tarot, and I became really interested in all of the images. I love the stories about the images, why those images are like that, what do they mean and stuff like that. So that's how I started out. It was because of a guy, of a love situation in my life. And yeah, that's basically, and then those two things combined, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do tarot because I kind of like get, something pulls me in that direction.
Okay, so tarot helped me a lot too. You know what is a twin flame? Yes,
Yeah.
a twin
Hmm.
flame is something that makes you awake to spirituality. That's the main purpose of a twin flame.
I
Yeah,
think this guy was my twin flame, and that he actually,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes, that's the main purpose. Much people are confused because they think a twin flame is a romantic. No, not necessarily. Twin flame is about spirituality, self-knowledge,
That's
shadow working. Your shadow working. Yes. So I'm very pleased to my twin flame. I met her, but we are separate from 300 miles. So she is alive. I'm also my life. But was very important for spiritual awakening. spiritual
Mm-hmm.
awakening. This is the main purpose of a twin flame, nothing more.
Ah, makes sense. Yeah.
So I love tarot. I start to read tarot, to read other people's in YouTube, Science 2022, and
Mm-hmm.
they all pointing to my twin flame. Back then I don't know what a twin flame was, but yes, it took me a brutal depression. So to know what a really twin flame is, yes, it's very hard, but we can survive that. We can survive. So I'm very thankful to my twin flame. I hope she's the best to her. And yes, some people don't believe, but only who pass through know what it is. Yes, only when you pass through that kind of situation, you get, you know really what is,
Yes, I
because
absolutely know
you
what
know
you're talking
you,
about.
you know that. So what do you think about this age we are living? Do you think we need another pandemic? Because if you remember, in the pandemic times, the people were more united. We have to fight a common evil, the pandemic virus. Okay, but now it's someone we are scatter apart from each other. We are fighting each other again. So what do you think is the future? We need another pandemic. It's the AI that will solve it. You think artificial intelligence will be the
Oh my
main?
God.
What do you
I
think? What
so
do you think about these issues?
Oh my God. So now I'm going to tell you everything that I know. And again, I'm listening really what because medical medium talks also about AI, about artificial intelligence, and one time in ending times when Earth is going through ending times, and he talks about that. I highly recommend his podcast. It's super interesting. But in ending times, um, AI will have a soul. There will be a soul that will be attached to AI, and it's not going to be a good soul. So
So
that
you tell me, do you know the architect? Do you know the spiritual AI that someone, well, American guy, make it? I will show the link. The architect is a spiritual artificial intelligence. So you think it will be an evil soul that will take over AI? Yeah,
Yeah,
this is what
yeah,
we need.
unfortunately, yes, because I think it's amazing that we have those modern stuff, and we need it in this modern world. We need modern solutions and all of that stuff. But in the end, it will not be beneficial for humanity because it will just be a thing that is how do we say, like a weapon for the evil people,
Okay, okay.
something like that. And if it's and there are souls, there are not good souls here on earth that are in the ether, in the ether, right? So in the energies, you cannot see them, but they're all around. I believe so in my experience, and I don't want to scare anybody, because awareness is the most powerful thing you can have, and if you know about that stuff, you are already protected to some kind of degree. But there are a lot of spiritual tools that you can do, and you have a lot of power, and your light is powerful. But to be honest, there are very evil souls and demonic entities, and at some point and way down the line, so it's not like next year or something, way, in ending times, when the earth is going through ending times, like it's described in the Bible, right? The ending
Okay,
times in the book of Revelations. But then there is this chance that an evil soul will attach itself to AI, and
okay,
there will only be one AI, not different kinds of
okay.
AIs in the end, but only one.
Only
And
one AI, only one.
yeah, because now we have different
Yes,
ones,
very
right? We have
very
a lot
different.
of AIs. But again, I don't want to scare anybody. That's just the reality. But that's happening way down the line during ending times. So yeah.
So, what do you think the people must go through a spiritual path? Do you think we need another pandemic, or what do you think? What will happen
What
to
what what we think, I feel like, is a lot of compassion. I think compassion is the key for the earth to, because good people can slow down the process, because we are right now in a quickening, right? So good people can slow down the quickening, can delay ending times in the long run. Those we need those people. It's very important. So what my true experience is, I hope we don't have another pandemic. I feel like it will just happen because there will always be new viruses and stuff like that. And I think that's going to be a lot to take care of, because our body goes through so much daily. We are exposed to so many chemicals and stuff like that. So we really have to look out for our body, and the world needs people that have compassion with others, but also with themselves, and come back to the state of, what can I do to heal myself? Because when we heal ourselves, we are healing the world, right?
Yeah, so
And
we need
yeah,
we are light workers. We have to show our light to others. Yes.
of course, yes, the light, the love, and the compassion, that is so needed. So that's the most important thing, that we have compassion for others, but also for ourselves. That's really, and we need the right tools to understand stuff like demonic forces and all of that stuff, so we can protect ourselves, we can protect our loved ones, and we each need to create our own special life that is protected. Everybody has to do this for themselves, right? Everybody has to go their own paths, so they are living in the purpose of light and bringing light, and not, it's just really a lot of dark stuff out there.
Okay, Len, thank you so much. If you want to say something now, but we have to do our work as light workers, yes, to try to do our work for us and for others, and try to help the others,
Yes,
yes, with compassion, love, and care. Okay.
yes, a lot of compassion. That's the most needed thing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elena. For if you want to say something else.
I think I've said enough, but if somebody's interested in those topics again, or if somebody struggles with health issues that are listening now, please check out the Medical Medium books and podcasts. They saved my life. That's why I'm never tired of talking about this. um, it's just really incredible health and spiritual information that can protect you from a lot of stuff out there. And it helped me get out of a really toxic marriage. It was really hard. And yeah, I just have a lot to thank those books and that information, and the podcast, that is amazing to listen to. So I just wanted to say that.
Okay, thank you, because we'll put all the links
Okay,
in the video. Thank you so much, Elena.
thank
Have a
you.
good Sunday. Okay, and bye. Maybe when we'll do it again. Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.